Okay, so we're going to try using moles and masses to balance equations. Okay, so when we've balanced equations previously, we've done it with just balancing the number of atoms on either side of the array, but you can also use your masses and moles to work out um, whether or not an equation is balanced. Okay, so I've got 100 grams of calcium carbonate and it's heated strongly. So first of all, I'm going to write out what I've got. It's heated strongly to give me calcium oxide, so it gives me the formulas, and carbon dioxide. Okay, then I'm going to write underneath the quantities that I've been given. So this is 100 grams, this is 56 grams, and this is 44 grams. Now already straight away you can see that it's obeying the conservation of mass. So 100 grams on this side gives me a total of 100 grams on the other side. Now, to balance the equation, I need to work out how many moles of each substance I've got on each side of the arrow. Okay, so first of all, I need to work out the MR of calcium carbonate. So I've got 40 for the calcium plus 12 plus 3 lots of 16, which will give me 100. Then I've got calcium oxide, so I've got again 40 for my calcium plus my 16, which gives me 56. And then I've got 12 for my carbon plus 32, which will give me 44. Now, to work out the number of moles, this one's actually quite straightforward because I'm going to do my mass divided by my MR. So 100 divided by 100 is going to be 1. 56 divided by 56 is 1. And 44 divided by 44 is 1. So this equation is balanced. There's 1 mole of calcium carbonate will break down to produce 1 mole of calcium oxide and 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Okay, so in that case, it's quite a straightforward one. So have a go at number 2. Just pause the video and see if you can do number 2 on your own. Right, so I'm going to write out the equation that I've got. So I've got tin oxide reacts with carbon to give me tin. Oh, I'm writing tin instead of the formula. SN plus CO2. Okay, so again, I'm going to write out the quantities that I've got. So I've got 151 plus 12 grams gives me 119 grams plus 44 grams. Okay, so I'm going to work out my MR. So 10 SN is 119 plus the 2 lots of 16, which will give me 151. Carbon is 12. Tin is 119 and carbon dioxide is 12 plus 2 lots of 16, which will give me 44. Okay, so again, if I do the mass that I've been given divided by my MR, it will give me 1, 1, 1, 1. So again, this equation is now balanced. Okay, so I've got 1 mole of tin oxide reacting with 1 mole of carbon. That gives me 1 mole of tin and 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Okay, right, so pause and have a go at these two. Okay, and then I'll go through them. So I've got carbon plus oxygen gives me carbon dioxide. I've got 32 grams, oh sorry, I've got 12 grams of carbon plus 32 grams of oxygen gives me 44 grams. Okay, my MR of carbon is 12. Oxygen would be 2 lots of 16, which gives me 32, and I've got my 12 plus my 32, which gives me 44. So again, 12 by 12 is 1, 32 divided by 32 is 1, 44 divided by 44 is 1. Okay, so 1 of each. So I know that that is balanced. Okay. Right, so now I've got magnesium plus iodine gives me magnesium iodide. I've got 24 grams. I've got 254 and it produces 278. So my MR magnesium is 24 iodine now, because I've got two of them, it will be 2 lots of 127, which is 254. And then I've got my, sorry, I lost my screen, so I'm starting again. Right, so this last one is a little bit different. Okay, so you'll see now, because these ones have all been pretty much the same and quite straightforward, but this one is a little bit different. So again, I'm going to write out my equation. So H2O2 decomposes to make water and oxygen. Okay, I've got 68 grams there, I've got 36 grams, and I've got 32 grams. Okay, so I've got my MR, which will be, where am I? 2 times 1 plus my 2 times 16, which will give me 34. Then I've got 2 times 1 plus my 16, which will give me 18. And then I've got 2 lots of 16, which will give me 32. Okay, so this time I'm going to do 68 divided by 34, which gives me 2. I'm going to do 36 divided by 18, which gives me 2. And then 32 divided by 32, which gives me 1. Okay, so this time, this equation isn't balanced. So what I need to do now is put these numbers in front of here. So I've got 2 lots of hydrogen peroxide, gives me 2 lots of water and 1 lot of oxygen. And if I do double check that, if you look here, you've got 2 lots of 2 hydrogens, which is 4, gives me 2 lots of 2, which is 4 on that side. I've got 4 oxygens, which gives me 2 here and 2 here. Okay, so you can double check it, but this is a way of using the moles idea to actually balance your equation.